while traveling to a new city. So a little bit about the process. 2 years ago when I studied abroad, this was my scratch
Testing, testing. Is it working? Hi, everybody. Welcome to CYstarters Demo Day 2020. We're glad you can join us wherever you are for this great day of celebration. It is a celebration because it's the end of 11 weeks of our CYstarters program for 14 partners. It's also a celebration. Some of these participants are meeting each other, socially distanced, of course, face-to-face for the first time since we launched the program in May. It's a celebration because it's been quite a summer. We've been hit with a global pandemic. We've been hit with outcries of racism on our campus and in our communities. And we've experienced a campus that seemingly overnight went virtual 100%. So it's been quite a summer, and yet all of the students and the graduates that you're going to meet today have been resilient and focused and extremely supportive of each other, and we're very excited to introduce them to you today. I also want to introduce our team because this program does not happen without a group of dedicated folks leading the CYstarters program. So I'm Judy Isles. I'm the director of the Papa John Center for Entrepreneurship. Diana Wright, you will also meet today, and she has been a driving force in CYstarters since we launched the program 5 years ago. Megan Sweary was a CYstarters participant from Cohort 1 5 years ago with her business Home Sweet College Home. And she also worked with CYbiz Lab and is now a member of our staff, helping a lot of these students. Tom Swartwood teaches in our classroom, teaches entrepreneurship to students across campus, and also works with our mentoring and accountability aspect of the CYstarters program. He's brought a lot of experience working with entrepreneurs of all types for many years. Grayson Kostelecki has just recently left us, but has been a member of our team for 3 years. He was brought on to help us grow CYstarters, which we have done. And he also left us a couple weeks ago for a career with Hy-Vee, but he left us way more organized than we were when we started. And Alex Andrade runs our CYbiz program, and he is serving in a tech role today, so he's off making this program come live to you, along with Fritz Nordengren, our temporary team member for today, and Mark Looney. Without them, this would not happen. So they're our tech team behind this. But equally important in this program are our college partners. When we started CYstarters, the Economic Development Industry Relations organization here at Iowa State, along with the Ivy College of Business, stepped up. David Spalding, the dean of the Ivy College of Business, gave us the green light to really create CYstarters and has been a supporter in many ways since day one. So hats off to the Ivy College of Business and EDIR. And David Spalding serves in both of those leadership roles. The Ag and Life Sciences College, with the leadership of Kevin Kimley from the Ag Entrepreneurship Initiative, also came on with us year one, has been a supporter of this program for the last 5 years with us, and he's also with us today. But we're very excited that all of the colleges now play a role in CYstarters, and it is because of this campus-wide college partnership that the students have access to the resources that they do. So our thanks to Dean Schmidtman and Assistant Dean Kirby from the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences, to Dean Rico Gutierrez in the College of Design, to Dean Easterling and Dave Sly, who's also with us today, who serves in a Director of Engineering Entrepreneurship role in the College of Engineering, and the Dean of College of Human Sciences, Laura Jolly, and Linda Neem, who's a Professor of Entrepreneurship in the college. All college partners, and all are really, really responsible for making this program happen and providing the resources for our student entrepreneurs. We had a new partner this year, the ISU Extension's Feed, Farm, and Enterprise Development Program, and so they are also supporting a team that is focused in their area of expertise. So our thanks to our sponsors and partners. We couldn't do it without you. So you're going to hear 14 presentations today, and at the end, we will give out a number of awards. A couple of years ago, we have so many CYstarters that have continued their business roles with their companies that we started giving out an alumni award. And so we will award a couple of our CYstarters alumni with alumni awards at the end of the program. And we have a very special award this year for a reason that is really heartbreaking to all of us. So we lost a very dear friend and colleague in February, Ted Baer. He was the director of the Small Business Development Center more than once. He served as interim director of our state Small Business Development Center. And Ted worked with Diana and I from the very beginning of CYstarters to provide accountability and mentoring to our student entrepreneurs, the 8 companies that went through that program the first year. He died very, very unexpectedly after a full day of work in February. And the family very graciously has directed the memorials to the Papa John Center in Ted's name. And so today we get to look at the characteristics that really describe Ted Baer, which you can see on your screen, absolutely describe this person who was 100% dedicated to every small business owner and entrepreneur that he worked with, was a great friend and mentor to all of us. And we are going to select one of our CYstarters participants this year to be the inaugural Ted Baer CYstarter Award, and we will also recognize one of our mentors who's also been like Ted to our program. And then a little surprise for all of the CYstarters who are presenting today, the Ivy College of Business has agreed to contribute $5,000, so 5 $1,000 awards for one of the presenters today. And the students and the alumni that are participating don't know about this, but this is a surprise, so you better be on your best presentation behavior today. And we have 5 mystery judges. So Dean Spalding has picked 4 other campus partners or mentors, or you don't even know who they are. They're mystery judges, and they are watching all the presentations today, and at the end, they will have the opportunity to pick their favorite presenter based on their criteria, whether that's presentation or the business they're doing or something they said. It's all on their own. They don't get to collaborate. So at the end, we'll have 5 $1,000 awards thanks to the Ivy College of Business. So before we move on, I get the distinct honor today to welcome President Wendy Wintersteen to our program. President Wintersteen is a steadfast leader at our university. We both appreciate and admire her very much. And she's a very vocal supporter of entrepreneurship and innovation. And so here today to share her remarks, President Wendy Wintersteen. Thank you.
There you go. Judy, thank you so much for those nice comments about me. And I want to say that it really has been Judy Isles' unwavering leadership, her creativity, her ability to build a big team around herself, to collaborate across the university that has allowed CYstarters to become what it is today. Judy really is the heart of what we've been doing in entrepreneurship at Iowa State for so many, many years. So let's have a round of applause for Judy Isles. There's just so many things I could say today as it relates to innovation and entrepreneurship. But I want to begin by just thanking everybody in the audience for being part of our Cyclones Care program and having your cloth face covering on. This is going to be what classes look like on campus this fall, and to see this demonstrated today really makes me feel good that our students understand that we do need to care for each other, that it is about Cyclones Care. It's our 4 pillars of health and safety that will help us get through the fall semester and do so here as a residential campus. So thank you all for participating. I also want to build on one of Judy's comments about the crises that we face right now. Certainly the COVID-19 has been a crisis that none of us expected. We have the crisis related to racial injustice and racism that has been occurring for decades, and we're now in probably the most forthright conversation about racial inequality that we've had for more than 60 years. So that is an important part of where we are today. But we're also in the midst of a financial crisis to some extent. And what I know is that individuals like yourself that are using your creativity, that are interested in innovation, that you are going to help us find the right path to the future in every one of these crises that we are facing. And I've already seen it. I've seen it in our students and our faculty and staff, our faculty that are bringing forward their ideas in their science to provide solution, Robin Anand is a professor in chemistry working with FDA to develop a urine test for COVID-19. We have statisticians doing incredible things with the work they do to better understand the spread of COVID-19. So all across campus, creativity and innovation, it's the path to the future. But truly, CYstarters, individuals that think about how they can be an entrepreneur, either in their own business or in the company they go to work for, or in their community, to address issues related to how that community can be successful or how to address social issues. You all really are the key. And that's the key to how we have a strong financial future, how we have individuals stand up and develop their own business concepts, develop growth in the economy of their community and the economy of the United States and the world. So I applaud you all for your creativity and innovation to help us move forward out of this financial crisis. I also just want to give brief mention to how excited I am about the opening of the Student Innovation Center that will occur here as the fall semester starts. It really is a place where all of you will have the opportunity to go over and create and make and have at your fingertips the tools that are needed oftentimes for what you want to do. I'll never forget earlier this year being at a pitch competition over in the College of Engineering. A young man stood up and pitched a new type of fleece jacket that he had developed. He had gone out and bought his own sewing machine to be able to develop the prototypes. But in the Student Innovation Center, we'll have sewing machines for everyone. So opportunity, I don't know how many of you will want to do that too, but it just demonstrates what's going to be available for all of our students across the university. So again, my deep thanks to Judy and to her team. CYstarters, what a fabulous program. My deep thanks to Dean David Spalding and the Ivy College of Business for what they do every day in believing in our brand at Iowa State, really leading our brand at Iowa State, innovate at Iowa State. So thank you, David. There's lots of folks in the room that I can't always recognize because of our cloth face coverings, but I do know Kevin Kimley and David Sly are both here, and the work they're doing in their two colleges it's just simply phenomenal. So thank you, everyone. It's great to be here. I look forward to the presentations.
All right. Thank you, President Wintersteen, really for your support in being here today. And I know, as one of the CYstarters said earlier this week, the pressure is on after hearing that you would be here today. So thank you. So my name is Diana Wright, and I've had the opportunity to be with the CYstarters program since day one, and really going back 5 years. So this is our 5th year of the program, and it is a milestone year. So I just want to talk a little bit about kind of the 4 pillars that really make up the CYstarters program. It certainly has evolved, particularly this year as we have gone virtual. So the first thing I want to talk about is accountability. And so to get into this program, it is competitive. And that also means we have to hold each of the CYstarters accountable. So how that looks like is we do weekly 11-11s with the whole cohort, and it's really a stand-up where they can go around and share what they've actually accomplished, whether that's the week before or also some of the challenges that they might be facing soon to come. We also did one-on-ones, which was really important this year, particularly working at home. You can also feel a little isolated. So the fact that we were able to really encourage students with our staff and our team to meet with them one-on-one and set SMART goals, making sure that they are on traction throughout this whole 11 weeks. The second pillar that I want to talk about is our education. So we offer many different workshops and office hours throughout these 11 weeks, which I will share a little bit more later. And then the third pillar is actually the funding. So where would we be without funding? It's really important, particularly as a college student. And so being part of this program, as an individual, you get $6,500 to be in the program. That is no strings attached. Or if you're also a team participating, you get up to $13,000. And that money goes a long ways, whether that's used in each of the students' personal lives just to pay for rent, but also really just to invest in their businesses. Last pillar is our mentor network. And it's really about the people you surround yourself, making sure you surround yourself with the best people possible. So if you want to go to the next slide. So I want to take a moment and really pause and thank all of our workshop presenters. These professionals, they came into the program and really they deliver high quality content. So a number of these people here on the screen, these are our experts, serial entrepreneurs, and they came in and just kind of gave a whole different sprue of different topics. So whether that was sales, marketing, accounting, meeting with a professional one-on-one to talk about IP, insurance, design. Thank you very much for all of the people that contributed to this program. And a lot of these faces here, they are not new faces to Judy and I. So many of them have actually been contributing and workshop presenters since the very first day of this program. So thank you. So mentors play a huge role, and particularly in a time where there's COVID going on, there's no networking opportunities. And so for these CYstarters, it was really crucial to bridge those connections. And so you can see here this mentor list, it's long and it has some amazing people. And so when you're building a company, it really does take more than one person. I know today we're highlighting and celebrating the entrepreneur, but it also takes a lot of mentors. And so these mentors, they've been invaluable to these CYstarters. We've heard it in the 1111s when they've personally given them shout outs. So thank you to all the mentors. And then as you can see too on this list in red, that's actually all of our peer mentors. So peer mentor is actually our CYstarters alumni. This was new this year where we actually paired up each alumni with each of the CYstarters. Something cool here is that these alumni and the CYstarters, they all have experienced CYstarters. And so they're able to relate, whether that is just kind of asking more of a personal question, or also to hear like, okay, I'm struggling with this, my business. And a number of these alumni, they're only just a year or two out. So that was really valuable, and thank you to our alumni. So this is a key year, I said, and we actually hit a huge milestone this year. So this year, we actually have given out over $500,000 in seed funding to over 64 different ventures who have participated in CYstarters. And it truly is remarkable. Judy did mention huge thanks to our college partners, because that is the reason why we are here today. So thank you. And a neat thing about this number too is that of our 64 ventures, 44 are still active today. So for those of you listening at home, that is well over half, and I think it's a remarkable testament to this program. All right, so I've talked a lot about the program, but I really do want to talk about this cohort and the people that you will get to hear from today. And so you'll hear a lot about their businesses and what they're going to demo later on, but I really wanted to highlight some of the personal things that actually happened throughout these 11 weeks. And so a few of the highlights right away, we had our first ever CYstarters engagement. And so Yvonne and Andrew, I know you'll hear from them later, they came into this program already dating, yes, but they recently just got engaged just a few weeks ago. I also want to mention Nicholas, who had just recently gotten married, and after his honeymoon, I think it was the second day after his honeymoon, he came right into CYstarters. So another thing too, so we have babies, and Dylan actually, you'll hear from him later, he had his third child, and that was just 2 weeks ago. So congrats to Dylan. And then Alex, who you'll get to hear from, he just announced that they have a baby on the way. So all of these are really awesome life moments that we all got to connect with in the cohort, but I wanted you guys to know that too. And with kind of these highlights, there was also challenges, as Judy mentioned earlier. And particularly, you know, with what was going on in the country, it is still going on today with the Black Lives Matter movement. We saw a number of our cohort members really step up and take a stand. So I want to give a shout out to Ahmed. He is actually one of the main organizers for the Black Lives Matter movement. And also Rochelle, who she used her business as a way to really give back to her community. And how she did that, she actually created these really cool tie-dye shirts, and all of the proceeds went to the Bales Bonds projects in Des Moines. Just as a fun fact, she sold out 500 shirts, and she was able to deliver those in the span of a week and a half, which is pretty amazing. So I'm going to now switch it over. We're going to get started with Demo Day. And before we do, for those of you guys watching, please, I encourage you guys to use the chat within YouTube, also on Facebook, and feel free to ask questions too. We'll be monitoring that throughout this whole experience. So I'm now going to have the pleasure of introducing Rochelle Guy, and she is the founder of Rochelle Reloaded. Something that I want to talk about with Rochelle is that both Megan and I, we got to meet with her one-on-one throughout these 11 weeks, and she is truly remarkable. She hit all 5 of her goals as of last night, and the thing about Rochelle is that every single week that she came to our meetings, she got them all done. All the things on her checklist. And she has a huge smile on her face anytime that she's talking about, yep, I just got it done. So I really commend Rochelle and what she's been able to do throughout the last 11 weeks, and I'm excited to see where she's headed. So Rochelle, feel free to come up.
Thank you, Diana. Can you guys hear me? All right. America generates about 25 billion pounds of textile waste each year. But did you know that only 15% of that actually gets donated or recycled, and the other 85% goes to landfills? That's 21 billion pounds of unwanted textiles in our landfills, where the harmful toxins and pesticides seep into our earth and cause long-term damage. Hi, my name is Rochelle Guy, and I am the founder of Rochelle Reloaded, where we promote individuality and sustainability through fashion. And our vision is to better lives in the earth, one garment at a time. Growing up, my family didn't have much money to go shopping all the time, and I loved fashion. It was a way for me to express myself. Because I couldn't find affordable clothes that I loved, I picked up a hand needle and thread and started transforming my old clothes into cool and unique pieces. That was until I got to college. College was really difficult for me. I suffered from depression, I got academically dismissed, and fearful to tell my parents, I thought that this was the end. That was until I got my real enrollment letter and I realized that I never wanted to be in that place again, and I needed to do something to change my vision and to find my passion. That is when I went to the local Joann fabric store. I bought a brand new sewing machine and I taught myself how to sew. Thus, Rochelle Reloaded was born, and I recently graduated with my business marketing and apparel merchandising degree. Rochelle Reloaded provides products and services that reduce textile waste, pollution, and mass consumption. We offer ready-wear garments made from unwanted and unused fabrics, such as this dress that I'm wearing made out of an old dress. We provide custom apparel services where our customers will love their garments for the rest of their lives. We offer tailoring and alterations where we extend the life of our clients' garments. And we are soon launching Art Hub Reloaded, which is our community-based project where we provide DIY sewing and paint classes for the community and kids. Thanks to CYstarters, I was able to invest in internal communications and find team members. So I was able to find a seamstress to help me produce more of my garments, and I was able to find a partner to help me with Art Hub Reloaded. I was able to invest in a brand ambassador program where we have a total of 9 brand ambassadors all across Iowa and 1 in Australia. I was also able to invest in a workspace where I just got the keys to that yesterday. And I was able to get over 250 plus orders on my latest collection. We reached 1,000 followers on Instagram and had major traction on our website. Also, I just got news that my merchandise will be sold in the Innovation Center building at Iowa State University. The fashion industry is becoming one of the most disruptive industries in the world today, and consumers have the ability to decide who, where, and why they buy their clothes. I believe that Rochelle Reloaded is on the way to dismantle fast fashion brands and start a fashion revolution. If you would like to learn more, you can visit my website at www.rochellereloaded.com or on my social media handles. Thank you so much for your time, and now I would like to introduce Alex Dill with Cerebral Designs.
Testing 1 2 1 2. All right, awesome. Well, thank you, Rochelle. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Alexander Dill, and I'm the creator of Cerebral Designs and Breakable Remakables. My company has a passion for play because the act of playing, truly engaging with something fun and creative, helps children and adults to develop and also helps to create meaningful memories. As a designer, I want to help facilitate this type of play. I want to help create these meaningful memories. To do this, I plan on having many entertainment products that spark your inner child's imagination, experiences that inspire your fun and creative side, because the world needs more of that right now. My dream for Cerebral Designs is for it to cover many entertainment industries, such as board games, video games, and educational tools, but every company needs a beginning. So my first product goes back to a time when I played the most, and the toys that helped create some of my fondest memories. Breakable Remakables comes from a childhood dream of mine. When I was a kid, I loved playing Army Men with my dad, but I often ended up breaking many of these simple toys. Children often end up breaking these toys like the plastic soldier when they play with them. But what if breaking the toy was part of the fun? I'll be the first to admit, it's fun to break, melt, and explode these types of toys. And so, Breakable Remakables aims to capture this rough and fun play and integrate it into the toy experience. Breakable Remakables are toys that are designed to be broken. You can smash them into bits, you can melt them into bubbling puddles, or you can explode them into a million pieces, all without wasting material. They're just as fun to play with as a traditional plastic soldier, but the difference here is that this toy can be remade. This is because this toy is remade out of recycled crayon stubs, which are bits and pieces of crayons that can no longer be used. Once a Breakable Remakable has fully been played with, you can take those broken pieces and put them into a microwave-safe silicone cup, which will help melt down the crayon so that the toy can be remade. After roughly 10 minutes in the microwave, you can pour the melted crayon into a silicone mold, and after a little while, as the crayon is cooling in the mold, you can then pop out the toy and start the process all over again. Breaking the toy and remaking it creates an engagement loop for the user, and it also adds educational value to the toy. Children can learn about color theory as they're mixing different colored crayons together, and they can also learn about the different states of matter as the toy is melting and cooling. In my user research, I found that children between the ages of 3 and 6 had a lot of fun breaking the toy and mixing the colors together, while older children between the ages of 6 and 9 had fun melting down the toy and making it themselves. I also found that families with multiple children of different ages worked together while playing. The younger children had fun breaking the toy, coloring with it, and seeing how the pieces fit back together like a puzzle, while the older children helped take those pieces and melt them back down and watched as it cooled to make it themselves, which is really cool. Lenny here, shown up above, wanted to see if she could turn her Breakable Remakable into a rainbow color, which I'm happy to say she was able to do. I don't know if you can quite see that, but it's really cool. Thanks to CYstarters, I've been able to turn my childhood dream into reality, and I've also been able to make my first sale. But my dream doesn't stop there. I have plans to add more designs to Breakable Remakables, such as robots, princesses, animals, and insects. What I'm truly excited about is for the opportunity of other creative minds to imagine what their designs could be. I want my users to have more ownership in what they break and remake, and so to do this, I want my users to send me their dream sketches to Cerebral Designs, and then I want to turn those dream sketches into Breakable Remakable molds. Lenny here wants to see more doctors represented, and so I'm going to take her dream sketches and turn it into a Breakable Remakable mold that she can have. So, if you have a young one that's very creative, or an old one that's very creative, or anybody that's creative, and you want to see your dream sketches or your ideas turned into reality, message me on Etsy, because right now, Breakable Remakables is available for you to buy as of this moment. And from starting now until August 1st, I'm doing a 20% off coupon using the promo code DEMODAY so that you can start this process and make the memories. I would like to take this time to thank CYstarters and to thank you all for being on this journey with me, and also to thank my mentors. You've been very helpful on this process. And I can't wait to start imagining with you. Thank you. And now it's my pleasure to welcome fellow designers and my friends, Pri and Abby for Cards for Women. Pri and Abby for Cards for Women.
Thank you, Alex, for that wonderful introduction. And here I would like to start off the hybrid lifestyle of fall 2020. I am Pri.
And I'm Abby.
And we are Cards for Women. I'm a young international brown woman from a third world country. Women like me are constantly fighting through cultural norms and stereotypes that surround them. There are many inspirational books, TED Talks, self-help templates, and organizations for women empowerment. But how do we actually know if we're solving their everyday problems?
We decided to divide these problems into 3 key points. The first is that there is a lack of awareness for opportunities for women to thrive. The second is that there is a lack of safe spaces for women to share their stories. And the third is that we need to educate each other on these 2 points. So in order to solve these problems, we decided to, number 1, establish a social media presence to raise awareness. Number 2, share stories digitally. And number 3, we wanted to do workshops and discussions in order to educate each other.
To begin with, we started our social media outreach, and we received an immense amount of daily engagement on our Instagram platform, reaching over 20,000 of engagement a day, plus over 700,000 engagement on our Facebook profiles.
We chose Medium as our platform to share long-form stories. And when we originally put out the call for submissions, we expected to get maybe 5 submissions and hoped for 10, and we got over 80. Now, because our mission as a company is to share as many stories as possible, that is a lot for one person to go through, which is why this past month we've hired on 6 editorial interns who curated the stories into weekly themes. And now we have 14 weeks worth of theme content ready to go.
In midst of all this, we had a breakthrough. One of our videos went viral on TikTok, where I spoke about international students in the US going through the whole problem of being deported or asked to leave. And I was able to represent all of them on CNN, NBC, and New York Times. And that's when we had a eureka moment where we said, we have always, designers, we have always designed for users, imagining this is how the persona is going to use how the product that we designed, but we understood that we evolved our business based on the needs of our users.
Absolutely. And for our workshops, because of COVID, now our workshops were our last goal for the summer, we decided to move them to a virtual platform. And using the research from the past summer, we decided to cover specific topics. So we had 10 Pouts with pre-workshops, which POUT stands for Platform of Unspoken Things. And then we had 2 longer workshops. One was a Leaders of Tomorrow workshop with the Youth Ministry of India, and the other was a Writer's Circle workshop with our editorial interns as panelists.
Moving forward, we will continue to establish our digital presence and do our social media engagement and post all our Medium articles. And we're starting to do our research on monetization of how we can provide more for our users. So any ideas you guys come up with will be appreciated. And if you want to learn more about Cards for Women, please go to cardsforwomen.org and follow us on our social media handles.
Absolutely. And we also want to take this time to thank our wonderful mentors. We would not have been as successful this summer without their support. So special thank you to them. And also to everyone watching, another reminder to follow us on social media and subscribe to our newsletter so you can stay informed on what we're up to. Now, we're 2 designers. We love supporting other designers in their ventures, which is why we are super excited to introduce you to your next team, Ben and Anthony of Vamos.
Before we get going, I would like to do a special shout out to my partner, Ben Grody. It is his birthday today, and he's turning 22. And without any further ado, we are Vamos. Now, all right, this should be better. So we are Vamos. Obviously, a lot of students here today, and when it comes to going to the gym, students want to carry their gym clothes with them throughout the day so they can go to the gym directly before or after class. Unfortunately, conventional gym bags were not made to work well with students' backpacks. That is why students do not have a great option to transport their gym clothes. Currently, students have to choose from 3 bad options. Perhaps the least popular is a drawstring. While it's easy to use, the drawstrings also easily tangle, and when it's on your backpack, it's constantly falling from side to side. Perhaps more popular is the duffel bag. While the shoulder strap is easier to use, its large size is cumbersome and frustrating to carry on campus all day long. That is why 52% of students are choosing to stuff their sweaty, dirty gym clothes in the same compartment as their school supplies. Why would they choose to do this? Easy, because that's how much emphasis students place on being hands-free and not having to carry an extra bag. So the solution is obvious. Create a gym bag that allows students to be hands-free by attaching it to their backpack. And that is exactly what we created. Meet the Vamos Attachable Gym Bag, the first gym bag to attach to a student's backpack and allows them to be hands-free. No hands, no hassle.
And at this point in the presentation, you're probably asking yourself, how does this gym bag even work? Don't worry, we're going to demonstrate it for you. First, you take the gym bag and then you put it in the center of your backpack. You grab the top strap of the gym bag, wrap it behind your backpack, and then use the cool magnetic clips to clip it to the top clip. You then take the bottom strap, wrap it around the bottom, and do the same thing and clip it into the magnetic clip. Once you've done that, you now have the option to tighten it around your backpack to get a firm and tight hold around your backpack. And even though it is such a tight fit, you still have access to all of your backpack's compartments, as well as the gym bag itself, which, as you can see, has 3 compartments on its front side, one on either side for your gym-going clothing and gear, as well as a center compartment for your gym shoes. Additionally, on top, there is a stowaway pocket for your personal belongings. As we were designing this bag, one of the main questions we got was, well, what if I just need the gym bag and I don't need my backpack? I'm just going to the gym and only need the bag. That's easy. Just unclip it from your backpack, remove it, swing out the straps, clip them back together, and then throw it over your shoulder and wear as a standalone bag. Okay, so now that we've talked about the product itself, let's talk about more who we are. Tony and I, at our core, are just 2 guys with 2 sewing machines. We began this journey when we paired up for a project in our industrial design studio, and after nearly 12 months and many sleepless nights later, we can proudly say that we've overseen the whole process of this gym bag. We came up with the initial idea, we designed our solution, and then we prototyped it ourselves. Yes, we sewed this gym bag ourselves. And on top of it all, we've had many successes along the way.
Obviously, it has been quite a journey, and it is a journey that began last fall when we created the first prototype for the attachable gym bag. After recognizing people's excitement for the product, we put a provisional patent on it and timidly entered our first pitch competition. Winning that pitch competition gave us the confidence to push our idea even further. We continued to do more market research and eventually revised our design and revamped our branding, eventually going on to win 2 more pitch competitions and placing third in another, as well as getting accepted into the CYstarters summer program. We cannot thank the CYstarters team and our mentors enough for their tremendous support. We truly would not be here without them. This summer, we have celebrated many amazing milestones, including trademarking our design, pursuing a full patent, launching as an LLC, and perhaps most importantly, working with the manufacturer to begin sampling, and we are now moving towards full production. Before we launch full production, this fall, you will be able to, or I guess this stores in this fall, you will be able to find us in the Student Innovation Center store on campus, as well as we are in talks with the Iowa State Bookstore and are actively seeking other retail partnerships.
And then prior to selling in stores, we will launch our website in September, as well as our Kickstarter in October. And what I want everybody out there to do right now is open up a web browser, go ahead and type in www.vamosathletic.com. It'll take you to a page like this. We don't want you to miss out. Go ahead and punch in your email so you can be the first to know about upcoming promotions, as well as more info on our launch.
Thank you so much, and we are Vamos.
And now we would like to introduce Riley Smith and Rooted Studios.
Honored to share with you the brand that was awarded Best in Show at both Omaha Fashion Week and the Fashion Show at Iowa State this year. That brand is called Rooted Studios. At Rooted Studios, our mission statement is strong roots cannot be shaken. This statement was inspired by my experience with childhood leukemia. My journey started when I was diagnosed at 5 years old, and around that same age is when I decided I wanted to be a fashion designer. Growing up, I always knew that I would someday tell my story, which at that time I thought meant public speaking, but today I'm excited to share with you my story through fashion. While creating Rooted, the analogy of the lifeline of a tree and their strong roots became very clear to me. This is a good way to look at our own lives, because a tree that grows strong roots cannot be shaken by any storm. Rooted Studios is a sustainable men's and women's ready-to-wear brand reinventing the art of zero-waste macrame. Now, when you hear macrame, you probably think of a plant hanger in the same beige yarn, and it's commonly seen in home decor, but not so commonly seen in the world of apparel. So, and definitely not in the Rooted way. So Rooted actually creates its macrame apparel and accessories out of a colorful paracord-like yarn. This summer, I was super honored to have some interns on the Rooted team. Katie Maloney was our sustainability intern, Hannah Mauser is the digital media intern, and Molly Henning as our merchandising intern. The 4 product offerings that Rooted Studios has is our branding products. These are our hoodies, tees, phone cases, basically anything in our custom Rooted print. Our ready-to-wear garments are the basics from button-ups to trousers and shirts and tops. Our macrame apparel and accessories are our zero-waste macrame products that are all handmade in the foundation of Rooted Studios. These are meant to be paired with the ready-to-wear garments. And then lastly, our luxury pieces are those macrame and apparel products in one product. On the next slide, you can see this is our collection from Spring 2020 Omaha Fashion Week. You can see examples of these product offerings from the Rooted print on a turtleneck and our ready-to-wear trousers and button-ups. And on the next slide, you can see some of those macrame apparel and accessories that go with the ready-to-wear garments. And then the last garment as our luxury piece that is the macrame sewn into the blazer. At Rooted Studios, our sustainable initiatives are very important to us. So this includes responsible sourcing, so only using verified factories to manufacture our garments. Recycling, we are creating our products to be recycled right down to even the tag, and also putting steps in place to make sure that our products are being recycled and keeping them out of landfills. And then donating a percentage of our proceeds to eco-friendly nonprofits. An example would be Fashion Revolution. And then presenting our very first product is this 100% silk scarf. It is both stylish and eco-friendly. It retails at $40 and it's biodegradable and recyclable. It has a variety of uses from a headscarf to a wrap skirt and even around 6 different tops depending how you style it. Some of our marketing strategies are retail outlets in locations like Los Angeles and Des Moines, our e-commerce website, and then influencer marketing on our social media platforms. So the future of Rooted Studios is to create an immersive brand and a brand that cultivates our target market's creative endeavors. So this is how we'll do it is through expanding the studios. This can be a design, photo, production, home decor, music, or even a coffee studio. Thank you all for listening to Rooted Studios' mission. I hope that you choose to follow us along on our progress through our website, www.rootedstudios.org, through our Instagram, rootedstudios_, or through my personal email, riley@rootedstudios.org. Next up, if you're into fitness, you're going to love hearing from Dylan Burns with Anchor Nutrition.
Hi, my name is Dylan Burns, and I'm the founder and president of Anchor Fitness and Nutrition, Anchor Kids Camp, and the Anchor Kids Clubs. And we reverse trends. We reverse trends of obesity and poor health within America's youth and adults. And we do that in 3 very unique and exciting ways. Way number 1, we offer comprehensive and science-backed fitness, nutrition, and lifestyle programs online for adults. Way number 2, we partner with local school districts to offer our Anchor Kids Clubs based around physical fitness, nutrition education, and recreational activity. And way number 3, our week-long Anchor Kids Camp, which is currently happening right now in Des Moines, Iowa, over the summer. So given the current state of everything with the COVID-19 pandemic, we had to make a pivot, and we had to do it quick. Otherwise, we wouldn't have been able to offer our camp over the summer. So what I want to do now is take a moment to introduce my amazing team and the people who have been doing the work all week. I've had an opportunity to step back and handle things here for CYstarters and take care of business in my family, and my team has been running just about everything in Des Moines. So first off, Rex Gray, our Director of Operations for the Anchor Kids Camp. The camp is prefaced around 5 pillars of health. So we brought in 5 industry professionals based around nutrition, physical fitness, food preparation, handling, mindfulness, and sport and activity. Pillar number 1 is nutrition, and that's Mackenzie Woolwich. Pillar number 2 is fitness. We brought in Ian, he's a certified personal trainer. Pillar number 3 is food handling and preparation. We brought in a local food handling expert, Michelle Clark. Pillar number 4 is mindfulness. We brought in Shannon Daly of the Daily Zen. She's a yoga and Reiki specialist. Pillar number 5 is sport and activity. We brought in a collegiate soccer coach, and that's Tyler Smaha. So here's the problem. The problem is that kids are undereducated, parents are undereducated, nobody knows what foods to eat or feed their children, and nobody knows how much activity their children should be getting to burn the energy that they need to stay healthy and fit. So our solution to that problem is this: the Anchor Kids Club and the Anchor Kids Camp. The Anchor Kids Clubs partner with schools before and after programs to deliver physical fitness, nutrition education, and recreational activities to these schools with their kids before and after school. The Anchor Kids Camp, which is happening right now, and we're going to deliver this in an all-online virtual experience after we record all the content this week, is something that will, in the future, be a week-long physical event where kids from all over the school district will be able to come and have fun in a fully interactive environment. So some of the accomplishments that we've hit over the summer with CYstarters is in May, we started CYstarters, which is amazing, great experience. Also in May, we started recruiting locations within the Des Moines Public School System to host the Anchor Kids Clubs. Fast forward into July, we started partnering with local businesses for the Kids Camp sponsorships. Again in July, we joined our local Chamber of Commerce, Fuse DSM, which is an amazing partnership and will help us get the name and brand out more so within Des Moines. Also in July, successfully right now recording all the content for the Anchor Kids Camp to be put out and packaged into a virtual course the 3rd week of August. Fast forward into August, and we're launching our online fitness, nutrition, and lifestyle coaching programs, again, as well as launching the kids course for the Anchor Kids Camp. So we know that obesity is everywhere that we look, both in America and around the world. It is definitely an epidemic, if not a pandemic, because it happens all over the world. So our mission at Anchor is to put an end to the obesity epidemic, both for children and for adults alike. So now get to the fun stuff. We're going to talk about how Anchor makes money. So we have 3 distinct revenue streams. Anchor Fitness and Nutrition is all e-commerce, so that's all provided online. Anchor Kids Club and Anchor Kids Camps both are within school districts. The clubs are partnered with schools, and we receive grant funding for those programs. The Anchor Kids Camp is parent and consumer funded. So with that large task of ending obesity and poor health within America, we're seeking 5 title sponsors to come on board with us and grow this brand into a national organization within the next 5 years. Anchor Fitness and Nutrition, Anchor Kids Club, and the Anchor Kids Camp. So if you have any interest at all in partnerships, sponsorships, or just seeing the products and services that we have to offer, please go to our website at anchormindset.com or reach out to me personally at dylan@anchormindset.com. I'd love to talk and reach out on a one-to-one level. So with all that being said, I brought my amazing handwritten planner here, which is perfect because up next we have Linda Tong from Linda Tong Planners.
Thank you so much, Dylan, for that amazing introduction. Many people strive to be organized in some manner or fashion, whether they may be a student juggling between extracurriculars and their classes, or maybe even a parent trying to juggle between family life and work life. If you're as busy as myself, being organized is the key to balancing that busy life. A planner plays a very crucial role in this, But many planners out there can be generic or use that same standard layout every single week, which can get quite boring. But what if I told you that there's a planner out there that was able to accommodate to your wants and your lifestyle needs? My name is Linda Tong, and I'm the founder and CEO of Linda Tong Planners. My business provides completely handwritten planners that are customized to each person while incorporating artwork and calligraphy throughout its pages. I started my journey around 3 years ago when a coworker of mine asked me about my handwritten planner, and she loved it so much that she wanted to pay me to make her 2 of them. Soon after that, all of my other coworkers started following suit, and then so did family and friends, and then my business took off from there. It wasn't until last summer when I received so many orders that I was not able to fulfill them all and not keep up with the high demand. That's why I'm so excited to introduce to you my newest product that I've been working on this summer, the Signature Planner. This planner will be mass printed while using my handwritten designs, and what's unique about this planner is that 4 pages per month will be left blank, so then I can go in and hand personalize those according to the customer. Customers also have the opportunity to vote each year on what monthly themes will be incorporated in the planner, so there is a very high level of interaction between the customer and the creator. Each weekly layout will also be new every week to incorporate inspiration and creativity with each week. In terms of customization, customers can go on the website and choose from many different categories such as productivity, reflection, creativity, health, and even business. So for example, someone that owns a business on the side and is going to school full-time might want to have pages in productivity such as a to-do list, definitely a monthly goal page, a page for business such as a social media tracker, and even something fun like a crossword puzzle to track the time. So this summer, I decided to take to TikTok to market my planners, as a lot of my target audience resides on that app very often. I ended up having 2 videos go viral, taking me from 0 followers to 25,000 followers in just a short couple of months. In terms of competition, there are big name planner companies out there like Erin Condren Planners or Passion Planners, which shares a very similar purpose to my planners. But a lot of these planners, you can incorporate customization on the outside, but not so much internally and what kind of content can go inside it. And to show you my growth, in the past 3 years, I had a very steady growth in income with just making the fully handwritten planners one by one. It wasn't until I introduced a signature planner this year to all of my followers that I was able to sell 700 of them and went from $1,500 in revenue in 1 year to $30,000 in revenue in just a summer. And that brings me to my summer milestones as a site starter. I was able to go viral on TikTok twice, gaining 25,000 followers over there and about 4,000 followers on Instagram. I also sold 700 planners across 2 months across 46 states, and I've also generated a lot of interest in other countries in Europe as well. I'm now able to charge $200 plus for my fully handwritten planners, and an exciting announcement to make, they will now be featured in the Student Innovation Center at Iowa State. If you would like to purchase a planner, you can go ahead and go to my website, lindatongplanners.com, and customize a planner there for yourself, a friend, or maybe a family member. And make sure you use the code CYstarters for 10% off your purchase, which is available for 48 hours only. Please make sure to also follow me on social media, give a like and a follow so that you can keep up with my business journey. My name is Linda Tong, and I strive to create the perfect planner for you. Thank you. Next up, we have Jacob Lawler from Can Do It.
Imagine a scenario that would offer beverage manufacturers a complete digital solution for customized beverage cans. Now, imagine that same scenario with shorter runs, faster turnaround times, and a reduced supply chain cost. You may think it's impossible, but today, ladies and gentlemen, I show you how we can do it. My name is Jacob Lawler, and I'm the CEO of Can Do It. And today I will introduce to you a company that will revolutionize one of the largest industries in the world, the beverage industry. Can Do It is a direct-to-shape printing company that provides its customers digital solutions for beverage cans. We give our clients the benefit of small batch capabilities, allowing them to place exact number orders, leaving minimal waste, and offering a lower cost. Our printer, shown above, can print a different image onto every can in the line, while adding QR codes, festival designs, sporting event schedules, and much more. The direct ink-to-can process is also 100% recyclable, unlike other methods. Presently, there are no high-speed digital can printers in the United States. A company called Iowa Brewing in Cedar Rapids cans their own products in-house. They currently have to use the shrink wrapping method because there are no other inexpensive options. Shrink wrapping requires large orders, long lead times, printing plates, which cost thousands of dollars and months to produce, add an extra cost and step in the recycling process, and cater to large manufacturers, crowding out the small to medium-sized beverage producers. So if Iowa Brewing were to contract with Can Do It, they would have access to infinite print customizations, high-resolution images, and limited edition designs. By printing directly onto the aluminum can, we cut out extra costs and steps in the labeling process. Our on-demand printing allows our customers to place orders of 500 cans for seasonal brews or up to 100,000 for a brew like the Iowa Eagle. Our initial target market is Midwestern craft brewers who are looking for a way to stand out in the marketplace. As you can see in the image above, a Pennsylvania brewer partnered with an animal shelter to post pictures of their available pets onto their cans, their shrink-wrapped cans. With Can Do It, we can post pictures of the pets onto the cans as well as add a QR code. So if a family or person is interested in adopting, they can go directly to the website to fill out the adoption forms. This idea applies to many different similar scenarios that can really help a beverage manufacturer stand out in the marketplace. In the US, there are approximately 7,000 craft beer producers that comprise a $27.6 billion industry. There are other beverage manufacturers like hard seltzers, which are growing at an enormous rate. Additionally, water, wine, and coffee are migrating to cans for the environmental benefits. In 2020, Statista projected sales of $310 million for the canned coffee industry. For small companies like Iowa Brewing, Can Do It is a win-win. Having the capability to give our clients custom cans at a lower cost, we are the best option for small beverage manufacturers. So the journey at Can Do It started in the summer of 2019 when I was tasked with inventorying a digital can printer for my uncle. When I was doing that, I had two options, either to sell the machine or to try and see if I could start a future business. In the fall, I created a website for the sale of the machine. Once I got into the spring semester, I was in management class and I heard about CYstarters. I did some more research into starting a potential business with this can printer and determined that I was going to pursue CYstarters. I was honored to have been chosen for the 2020 CYstarters cohort. It was an amazing experience. I learned from many different educators and entrepreneurs on how to start my own business and how to get out of my comfort zone. I've made many different connections that have really helped me grow over the years. So as I stand here today, I can honestly say that this experience has helped prepare me for my future. In the fall, I plan to relocate my machine to a new facility where I will bring in the right technician to get my machine into production. Once we are into production, I plan on launching Can Do It. So with the continued growth in the craft brewing industry and the increased focus on environmental sustainability, Can Do It has the potential to not only be a pioneer in the industry, but a leader in the field of aluminum can decorating. So for any more information, suggestions, or connections, feel free to reach me at the email or phone number above. We can't do it without you. Now I would like to introduce Josh Jeske and Vikrant Sant and their precision tillage.
Hey everyone, I'm Josh Jeske and this is my co-founder Vikrant Sant.
Hi.
And this summer, we've been working on making the dream a reality. Precision tillage got its start from an idea I had driving the tractor years ago. I looked back at these massive resistance springs on the plow and asked, why could we not measure how much they expand and contract as they go through the field? We can in turn measure different aspects of the soil it's pushing through. Farmers could use this data then to target different areas of the soil and fix those problem areas. So an example of one of these problem areas is soil compaction. And this comes from when farm equipment drives over the field, the tires have the inadvertent effect of packing down the soil. And this leads to a variety of different issues, and in some cases can cause a 10 to 20% yield decrease. On the opposite end of the spectrum, farmers are also dealing with loose soil. This leads to soil erosion and nutrients from the field being lost to local water supplies. As an additional benefit, farmers could also use our data to benefit off of carbon credit programs and actually get paid to sequester carbon pollution from our atmosphere. So this summer, we began to bring this thing into reality. And like many startups, we had our ups and downs. Our original sensors looked at costing upwards of $3,000. And that's not the most affordable thing for two college kids. So we looked at our original design. We rethought it, redesigned it, and got that cost down to around $50. And whether we were digging through a junkyard looking for parts or finally getting our sensors online, I'm happy to say we now have something to show for it. Vikrant?
Thanks, Josh. As you can see in our demo, our circuit boards and sensors are relaying distance data to a LED at 100 milliseconds a sec, 100 milliseconds, so that's really accurate. How our prototype works is this data, this raw data gets sent to the cloud in a two-part system, where in the cloud with custom algorithms, it gets manifested into an industry-leading depth measurement. From the industry-leading depth measurements, it gets stored into a database. This is where we are in our current prototype. From the database, we plan to have a data studio type of web app and a mobile app, which produces thermal data of depth versus time, so that farmers can see what's going beneath the ground. We are confident to have a working prototype on an equipment by the end of this fall. And also I would like to thank Dylan Jensen from Jensen Applied Sciences for his tech help. Back to Josh.
Thank you. There are so many people to thank to get us where we are today. And I do want to give a special thank you to our program coordinators, the College of Ag and Life Sciences, and yes, all the mentors that guided us through this journey. I must give a special thank you to Kevin Kimley from the Agricultural Entrepreneurship Initiative for really giving precision tillage life. We could not have done it without everyone's support. And if anybody watching at home would like to follow us on this adventure, feel free, really, to email me at jjjeski@iowastate.edu or connect on LinkedIn. And if you want to know more about the tech side, Vakran's your guy. Email Vakran at iowastate.edu. On a personal note, I can wholeheartedly say that CYstarters has been the most rewarding experience of my life. We got to meet brilliant professionals from all sorts of different industries, and I was honored to learn from people that treated us to virtual seminars this summer. It was great getting to meet, learn, and grow with members of my cohort through my computer screen, and we're happy to say we are now part of this ever-expanding family of future leaders and entrepreneurs. Now, precision tillage is in a field of its own, but with everyone's support, it can become truly groundbreaking. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now it is my honor to introduce you to the future of advertising. I'd like to introduce you to your next speaker, Ahmed Ismail with TK Holograms.
Thank you for the introduction, Josh. Hello, everyone. My name is Ahmed Ismail, engineering student. I serve on the National Strategic Planning Task Force for the National Society of Black Engineers, as well as serve in an advisory role for Iowa State's chapter. My business is called TK Holograms. TK Holograms helps local businesses and storefronts attract visual attention using holographic-like fans so that brick and mortar businesses win over customers starting at the street level. So you're probably wondering, what is a hologram fan? As you can see, I have one right behind me. A hologram fan has LED strips on each blade, and it rotates at 600 to 700 turns a minute. And we can program LEDs in a way to give it the illusion that it's a holographic-like image seemingly floating in the air, as what you see behind me. So why is this significant? Today, we're undergoing a transition into a digital world. It's inevitable that soon enough, posters and flyers and signs will just become digital as well. TK Holograms is on the forefront of that transition. Now, imagine rather than walking by a store and just seeing a poster of chicken wings, imagine you see an actual holographic-like image of a wing being dipped in ranch. It's simple. The solution is simple. The more attention your business can catch, the more revenue your business will be able to generate. And holograms will definitely catch your customers' attention and have them saying, dang, is that a hologram? So in this next slide, you can see an example that further shows some of the capabilities of the hologram fans outside of what you see behind me. It can do anything from display a quick video, as well as display your own products and services, and even have text. Furthermore, you can expand with the option of using multiple fans together to make even larger holograms. The opportunities are endless and allow you to go as far as your imagination goes. TK Holograms started back in January, and we had our first partnership in February. Since joining CYstarters, we've been able to create more partnerships, and I'm now currently looking for our 5th partnership. Our sales strategy depends on going door to door, cold calling, and attending conferences and networking events. However, with COVID, it's been extremely challenging to do so. So we've been able to innovate and try to connect with folks, whether it's through Facebook groups or LinkedIn or just Zoom calls. We're partnered with Wingstop in Des Moines, Ames, and Cedar Rapids, and are now just going to be partnering with the Lockwood Cafe here in Ames as well. Our revenue model is transactional based and depends on the customer's needs. Once a customer buys a fan, anytime they need new designs is when they come to us. To give you an idea of what revenue looks like for us, at 532 fans sold, our revenue is about 1 million, and with each fan being 1,880. Currently, the market is very unsaturated and it's expanding as we transition to digital. There's no one else doing this in Iowa, and there's very few competitors across the states. This is something that, although it's starting slow due to COVID, it has a very high growth potential. Through CYstarters, I was able to really change a lot for my business. Prior to coming into CYstarters, I had no formal education on the different aspects of business, but through this program, I was able to engage with and meet the Startup Ames community. Furthermore, I was able to receive mentorship from outstanding entrepreneurs who have been through this exact same process and were able to provide me with advice. I was able to learn and grow from the sessions and able to implement the actual curriculum that we went through into my own business. Now, as Diana mentioned, I'm one of the core organizers for Ames BLM. And originally I started just protesting in Des Moines and Iowa City prior to actually getting my friends together and saying, hey, let's start something here. Moving forward with my business, I want to follow Rochelle's footsteps and use my business to support the community. I'll be looking to partner with business owners to support Ames BLM and use the proceeds to help fund Ames BLM while still allowing my partners to grow their business through the hologram fans. And not only will partnering with me allow business to support the community, but I'll have all your customers saying, dang, is that a hologram? If you'd like to get in touch with me regarding hologram fans or just want to talk or connect, please feel free to reach out to me through LinkedIn, email, or phone. My number is 319-621-0813. Or if you prefer email, my email is ai@tkiowa.com. Thank you. Now, next up, if you're a coffee lover, you're going to love locally. Please help me welcome Joe and Nicholas.
Thank you, Ahmed. Joe and I have a pure curiosity and passion for coffee, which led to an unforgettable experience, a unique experience with an incredible independent craft roaster named Brian. We had an opportunity to try his coffee, and man, was it good. But more than that, we had a conversation about what he does.
Roasts award-winning coffee.
Where he does it.
In a town of 2,500 people.
And why he does it.
He has a near religious devotion to roasting the best possible coffee.
This guy had something special, and we could not help but want to know more. So we asked for the opportunity to go behind the scenes of his roasting operation and learn about his story. So we did just that. I don't need to stand here and pitch you stats about coffee. Everybody knows that it's a wildly popular product.
Over 400 million cups are consumed in the U.S. every single day.
But what I am going to tell you is that there are incredible craft roasters that are hard to find, like Brian, that need somebody to partner with them to share their products and stories on a national scale, because you're certainly not going to find them in big box stores.
And there are thousands of coffee consumers just like us that are waiting to discover that perfect cup of coffee. But the roasters and the coffee consumers need somebody to do the work.
And that is exactly why we founded Locally.
Launching just 2 months ago, Locally brings you the full coffee experience through the Locally Coffee Club, a bi-monthly subscription box that features the products and stories of craft coffee roasters across the nation. We scour the U.S. and then find the best roasters with the best coffee, where we then marry them with a very heavy dose of marketing. And then finally, we deliver the best coffee, unique coffee, limited edition, only available through our club, along with coffee merch and coffee gifts.
Let me put it simply. The Locally Coffee Club is the best craft coffee club in America. And we want you to join our community of coffee enthusiasts and receive coffee straight to your door every 2 months. coffee it's so much more than tasting notes, how you brew it, or how pretty your latte looks. It's about people, and it's about community. From coffee farms in countries like El Salvador, Guatemala, and Ethiopia, where people like Annie pick the beans by hand.
To roasteries all across the nation, where people like Rob and Andrew from Windmill right here in Ames put their roasting excellence to work.
And then finally to your home, where you brew your perfect cup.
The entire supply chain from farm to cup has a special touch, but it's our job to tie it all together.
As content marketers and lovers of good coffee, locally is our opportunity to put our two passions to work. When we're not offering creative services to corporations to enhance their customer experience, we're off drinking and enjoying good coffee. The Locally Coffee Club is currently partnered with Windmill Coffee Roasters right here in Ames, Iowa, where you can sign up to receive their exclusive box offering right now until August 10th, which also makes for a great gift. Join us. The Locally Coffee Club is the best way to experience and access the best craft coffee America has to offer. We want to be your tour guides to specialty coffee all across America.
Cheers to good coffee. Now it's our pleasure to introduce John Hatfield and Ben Thompson, the masterminds behind Quarter-Warm Lures.
Hi guys, my name is John Hatfield.
And I'm Ben Thompson.
And we're the founders of Quarter-Warm Lures, LLC.
Every year, bass fishermen are forced to spend hundreds of dollars on soft plastic fishing lures because they're easily ripped off the hook. On average, these lures only last for a few catches. This is a huge problem because it becomes extremely expensive for the everyday bass fisherman. Here are some common Amazon reviews showing you this. As you can see, they're too soft, with zero durability, and destroyed after just a single catch.
You guys may be wondering what we did to solve this problem. Well, here's our solution.
Introducing the Quarter Stick by Quarter-Worm Lures. The only wacky worm that actually stays on the hook. The Quarter Stick was engineered to be the most durable bait ever created. Molded into each Quarter Stick is an anti-rip hooking pad. This patent-pending design allows our baits to last 11 times longer than other brands. This means up to 30 bass per bait and 150 bass per package. Our baits have a lifelike action underwater that triggers even the most finicky bass into biting. The Quarter Stick is available in pearl shad, green pumpkin, black and blue, and watermelon red. These proven fish-catching colors will be sure to get you a bite. It's also scented to help draw in the big girls. Whether you're fishing in your local pond or gearing up for your next big tournament, we guarantee that the Quarter Stick will save you money and help you catch more fish. Go to www.quarterwormlures.com to get yours today.
Our target audience is fishermen specifically targeting bass. The Quarter Stick is really easy to use, and it's easy to rig up, which makes it a great choice for beginners. It's also a very versatile bait though, so it makes it a great choice for pros as well. Our competitive advantage is that the Quarter Stick is so much more durable than the other baits on the market. When fishermen use our lures, they save money because the lures aren't constantly ripped off the hook by fish.
We believe that the strength of Quarter-Worm goes far beyond the hooking pad. The Quarter-Worm team is built for a strong, long-lasting business. Our team begins with John and myself as co-founders. An engineering student and business student, we believe we have what it takes to lead a strong business. Wyatt Goodale, a local Iowa City photographer, has filmed for many clients in the Iowa City area. With his experience, he has been able to create our strong video collection that really demonstrates how the Quarter-Worm gets it done. We have also brought on pro staff member Jack Robertson. He is a tournament angler, and he has agreed to help us promote our product at the various tournaments he fishes.
We are going to be launching a Kickstarter for our product on August 12th. Our goal is to hit $5,000. After we launch our Kickstarter and hit our goal, we're going to be ordering our lures from the manufacturer and fulfilling our Kickstarter requirements. After we fulfill our requirements, we're going to be launching on our website and in retail locations. We already have 2 retail deals lined up, one with Fin and Feather Outdoor Store in Iowa City and the other with the Fish Barn in West Branch. We've had a great summer working in the CYstarters program, and we've been able to accomplish a lot. A few of these things have been designing our website, designing our packaging and ordering packaging, completing our 70 cavity lure mold, gaining about 1,000 followers on Instagram, creating 7 awesome videos, and doing everything we need to get our Kickstarter ready to launch on August 12th.
We hope to continue our momentum from this summer into the future. We hope to meet and exceed our Kickstarter goal of $5,000, grow on our social media platforms, along with launching our product on our website and Amazon. We also hope to put it in retail locations such as Fin and Feather. In the end of the year, we also hope to sell all 8,000 packs of our lures.
If you are interested in supporting us in our Kickstarter, then follow us on Instagram at Quarterworm Lures to find more information about when we will be launching. Again, we're Quarterworm Lures, and now that we've hooked you on our idea, help us make a splash in this $100 billion industry. Thank you.
Now we'd like to introduce Yvonne Speck and Andrew Heller with BloomLash.
Look at her gorgeous lashes. As beautiful as they are, would you believe it took her 23 painstaking minutes to put them on? Astonishingly, this is the average time it takes for occasional users to apply false eyelashes. We have done extensive market research, and we discovered that 7 out of 10 women think false eyelashes look wonderful, yet less than 1 out of 10 actually use false eyelashes. Why is that? We have spoken to 360 individuals and discovered that the biggest complaints are the level of difficulty and amount of time it takes to apply false eyelashes. We are introducing the world's first 2-in-1 eyelash curler and false eyelash applicator. By incorporating the familiar routine of an eyelash curler with the ordinarily difficult task of putting on false eyelashes, it is now possible to achieve a glam look in under 1 minute. Hello, I'm Andrew Heller.
And I'm Yvonne Speck.
And together we are BloomLash.
We started CYstarters with some basic market research and a previous school assignment and a crazy idea that we could actually make a business. By the time we are presenting here at Demo Day, we have surveyed a total of 360 individuals. We found 8 dedicated early adopters, people who are willing to work with us moving into the future. They will be trying our prototypes and giving us valuable feedback we will use to move forward. Finally, many prototype iterations later, we find ourselves with a functional one. And while not perfect, we would love to share what we have with you. While I am talking, Andrew is preparing the false eyelashes. They have been preloaded into our device, and after that, the waiting is predominantly for the adhesive to dry. While Andrew is doing that, I would like to take a moment to talk about my personal journey through CYstarters. The last 10 weeks have been absolutely life-changing for me. Although Andrew has had an entrepreneurial spirit for a while now, I never imagined myself as an entrepreneur. Before we were halfway through the program, I found myself able to understand more business terms and occasionally even being able to give advice to other entrepreneurial friends of mine. I find myself doing things that I never would have imagined 10 weeks ago. The best example of this is going to California and while on the flight, noticing that the air sickness bags have a patent number written on them. In addition to that, spending the next 30 minutes of the flight thinking about what is patentable about an air sickness bag. Now you can see that Andrew has applied the false eyelashes, curling them as he does so. It only takes a few moments, some crimping, and voila! Andrew is demonstrating BloomLash because, quite frankly, if a cisgender, heterosexual man with little makeup experience can apply false eyelashes, that just shows you that anyone interested can use our product.
While this has been a challenge and we would have liked to have done in-person market research, we are happy with the results so far. In a few months' time, we will be conducting focus groups and getting valuable feedback on our product. We would also like to create a line of products all in relationship to BloomLash. Our goal is to have our first sales by the first quarter of 2021, all things considered. We cannot thank the Papa John Center and the CYstarters enough for this opportunity. While we are sad the experience is over, we are excited for the new friends, connections we made, and the future of BloomLash.
If you are interested in connecting with us, please email me at yjspeck@gmail.com or through LinkedIn at Yvonne Speck.
Thank you.
We are now ecstatic to introduce the final CYstarter of our class, a woman of the world, Grace Rigdon, with founder of D-Ravel.
Hi, my name is Grace Rigson, and I am the founder of D-Ravel. 2 years ago, I studied abroad in Glasgow, Scotland, and then traveled all throughout Europe, and then headed to New York City to complete my very first internship. In all of these travel experiences, I didn't feel like there was any type of travel app or travel blog giving me the information I needed to feel prepared. So, I created D-Ravel. D-Ravel is a dress and travel service with the goal of helping travelers feel more comfortable and prepared while traveling to a new city, helping us better understand the culture, current trends, seasonal changes, and climate. The goal is to create a network between the traveler and the local, giving the traveler the inside scoop on what that city has to offer from a local's perspective. So a little bit about the process. 2 years ago when I studied abroad, this was my scratch sheet of kind of my ideas on what D-Ravel could be and the potential of bridging that gap between this industry. Then, as I was pitching for CYstarters, this is the mock-up that I created that was originally going to be an app. With my skill set, I knew that the editorial industry was the way that I should progress and follow suit in, so I decided to create a digital networking opportunity to create kind of a digital editorial platform. So we are 1 month after our launch date, and this is d-ravel.com. So when you visit our homepage, this is what you can find. You can see an About tab, our trending articles from that week, a Write For Us tab, so we can find you and get you as a contributor for the site, our blog, and also a place where you can sign up for our newsletters. So when you click on blog, this is the page that it will bring you to. You can see, you can either look up city trends, how to shop like a local, travel tips, or learn more about the boutique of the week that's featuring boutiques all over the globe. A little idea of what you can find in the articles that are available on our site. Cosmetic products to pack in your carry-on, everything you need to know before traveling to Bali, and what to pack while traveling to Spain. So as you can see, our content originates from all over the globe. After only 1 month of launching, we have all of these locations covered on the site, which is absolutely incredible for a startup business. I truly feel so blessed that we've created such an interest already in 1 month, so I can't wait to see the progress of where D-Ravel can go all throughout the globe. So a little bit about our stats. We have around 4,000 views on Facebook and around 3,000 likes on our posts. We have around 430 followers on Instagram, around 10,000 monthly viewers, and average around 55 website clicks per post on Pinterest, which is linking our articles from the site, and average around 200 posts or 200 views per post on TikTok. And like I said, we've only been launched for 1 month, so I think that this is already a great success, and I can't wait to watch it grow. So where do we want to go? We obviously want to monetize our site, and that is definitely going to come after we continue to gain our following. We want to get advertisement within our posts and on our site, as well as paid sponsored posts. We would love to continue partnering with brands. I actually am heading on a 1-week trip and seeing 4 national parks next month to showcase how you can travel during the coronavirus. And I'm partnering with beauty brands and some apparel brands to showcase their companies on our trip. We'd also like to continue working with influencers for location purposes and offer custom itineraries, which is something new and I didn't think D-Ravel would fall into, but we've had a ton of interest in people DMing us wanting to have us create custom itineraries for their next trip, what to pack, where to eat, where to shop, etc. So you can follow us at d-ravel.com and also on Instagram. You can also email me if you have any types of questions for our site or wanting to work with us. I truly appreciate your time and really believe that no one should travel without D-Ravel. I know that D-Ravel can be everyone's next packing and shopping companion. So please check us out at d-ravel.com. Thank you.
Awesome. Congratulations to everybody. Is it on? Hold on. I can't do tech and mic. Oh, sorry. That work? Awesome. Way to go. Way to screw up the end, Judy. Okay, so awesome for our 14 presenters. Fabulous. We are running really close on time. I hope you can all stick around for just a little bit longer for some awards. The first award we're going to announce today is our Ted Bear CYstarters Award. And if you think back on the characteristics of the person receiving this award based on those things that embodied who Ted Bear was, showing up not only on time but early, cheerleading everybody, giving back to others, being a strong supporter. And so our inaugural Ted Bear CYstarters, I'm doing the other one first, the student award is, I'm sorry, I did it backwards, Megan. Okay, I'll switch. I'll do the mentor first. Announcing a mentor, just look at the slides, they're different. Our mentor award, Ted Bear mentor, is for someone who really acts like Ted, supports everybody, very humble, doesn't want praise and recognition, but is a tremendous supporter and has been since day one. So Kevin Kimley will be receiving our first Ted Bear CYstarters Mentor Award. You don't get... Kevin doesn't get cash, but he gets a Hy-Vee gift card because Ted loved to go to lunch at Hy-Vee every day. So thank you, Kevin, for your 5 years of support to CYstarters as well as everything else we do. Our CYstarters Venture Award winner today is someone who also shares the characteristics that I mentioned about Ted, the showing up, the respect, the cheerleading each other. And it just so happens that family was everything to Ted, meant everything. I think we even have some family members watching today, and we just happen to have an award winner today who also is very focused on family. So Dylan Burns is our inaugural Ted Bear Award winner. So thank you. The Alumni Awards. So the Papa John Center decided 2 years ago to give out two. I know you see 3 yellow squares. We decided to give out 2 Alumni Award winners, and we did that the first year. We said we would do that the second year, but we couldn't just do 2. We did 3, and we're stuck with that again this year, where we're going to give 3 $1,500 awards to OEI or CYstarters alumni who are continuing their businesses and not only doing great on their own, but giving back to this program. So our first award winner is from cohort 2, Brady Trent. I've got our interns mixed up with our things. Brady has probably 15 or 20 different businesses. So he started CYstarters with Rentergate, had 2 other businesses on the side. Now he's doing mobile trailers for tailgate experiences. He helps senior golfers play golf longer with his vertical golf business. He has, every time we meet Brady, he's got a new business opportunity. So Brady is our first Alumni Award winner today. From cohort 3, Rebecca Lyons. So you all knew Rebecca from Lunch Socks when she was in CYstarters. Rebecca has actually successfully now exited Lunch Socks and has a new owner and is on to her next business, Bessie's Parlor. So look for ice cream coming soon in Ames from Bessie's Parlor. And Rebecca not only has done well in her own entrepreneurial ventures, is an author, wrote a book about entrepreneurship, but she also has worked with Home Painter and several of the other businesses and is just an all-around general entrepreneurship supporter. And out of our last year's cohort, the award winner is Stephanie Bias. So Stephanie and her family started Camp Arimony near Starved Rock State Park in Illinois. And COVID has been disastrous for them because they do events and weddings and things like that. And Stephanie has found a way to find other ways to bring in revenue, other ways to promote her program. She's just a marketing expert. Hopefully, once COVID has passed, we can all go luxury camping or have an event over at Camp Arimony. So those are our 3 Alumni Award winners today. And now, Dean Spalding, Vice President Spalding, David Spalding. I hope all you mystery judges, we're going to reveal them now, have had enough time to make your decisions. And I'm going to bring up David, I hope he's up here, to do the 5 mystery awards.
Well, thank you, Judy. Am I on? I'm on. So thank you, Judy, and I've got to say, wow, that was an awesome series of presentations. You know, I've seen some of you. This is my third time seeing some of you, but I saw all of you on the first day of the program, and I thought you all were great then, but you really knocked it out of the park today. So thank you, and congratulations to all of you on having successfully competed to get into this program and doing such an outstanding job during this program. So, you know, you've heard about the people who really make this happen. I want to acknowledge the magician behind the scenes today, the man managing 3 different video streams and connecting with the world. It's Fritz Nordengren, who's just as an outstanding resource asset for our college and really did just a great job today making this happen. So Fritz, thank you so much. And then it's been really wonderful to be partnered with Judy for all 5 years of the CYstarters program. I was involved in talking to her about this sort of from the beginning. Ivy College of Business, I think her first backer in the program, but right there with me was the then Vice President of Economic Development and Industry Relations, Mike Crum. So he and I really partnered in that initial support. Now I hold both those roles, so I've stayed involved on both sides with CYstarters, and I'm so proud of this program and so proud of how this program has developed over the 5 years. So Judy mentioned prizes. So we have 5 mystery judges involved. You may have guessed when I was one of them when Judy said I picked 4 others. So yes, I am the 5th judge in this. I have the benefit, I guess, of going first, but there are so many that I was thinking of for these awards. But I want to give the first award to Rochelle Guy. So Rochelle, just an outstanding presentation, a great vision that you have. You've really built this out of a solid need that the world has in so many different ways with the way you've run your business. And I really appreciate, I really do appreciate as well the progress you've made during the CYstarters program. So I was impressed with how you've invested the funds, where you're looking to take the business. So congratulations and good luck to you. And next up is actually Laura. Next up is Dean Laura Jolly of the College of Human Sciences. Laura.
The idea of the family teamwork as well. So very exciting. And I guess I'll just even have to add, I loved creepy crawlers as a child. So this one had high appeal to me. I could see it tapping in to so many different age groups and a lot of opportunities. So congratulations, Alexander.
Hi everybody, it's great to be here with you. I'm Dave Sly with
Be here with you. I'm Dave Sly with Be here with you. I'm Dave Sly with Be here with you. I'm Dave Sly with.
Okay, good. Is this working better now? Okay, is this working? Good, thanks. Hi everybody, I'm Dave Sly with the College of Engineering. Really happy to be part of the program. I think it's just an amazing opportunity for you guys, and I think the students here have done a terrific job. I love to see the maturity of the designs, especially since I had an opportunity to see some of the projects at the beginning. Very quickly, I'm going to throw my support to Chota Worms on this one. I think that my focus in selecting an award, especially being from engineering, is the application of technology into a new area. And as those of you who know me, I really focus on creating physical prototypes and getting them in the hands of people to make a sale. And I think that those folks have just done a terrific job in the iterations of the engineering design and certainly have made the sale. So thanks. Good job, guys.
Hi, everyone. I'm Lisa Shimkat, and I am the head of the Iowa Small Business Development Centers. And we are a partner with Judy and her team in the Ivy College of Business. But I have to say, wow, great job. So many of you I saw earlier on, and you've practiced, and it shows. You have more confidence. You are telling us and selling us on who you are and what you're doing. So I applaud everybody on this. Now, I may have been texting David Spalding earlier and said, do not pick mine. I wanted to do something a little different this time, and I'm a very analytical person, but I have to say, during COVID, I've been trying to also change a little bit too, change the businesses that I focus on. And I tell you what, I had this business picked right away. They made me laugh. And I select BloomLash. I want to tell you, good job. For someone who here, I don't wear makeup, but you made it look simple. And that's what you're trying to do, is reach out to that target market that is trying to get beyond, gosh, I don't fit into this group. So thank you. I applaud you. And thank you, Judy and team, for letting me be a part of it today.
All right, I am Kevin Kimley. Thank you everybody for your presentation. So I make up my own little rubric to try to keep track of watching 14 presentations really quickly, and you all rated very well. And I get to go last. So I choose as my winner Linda Tong with Tong Planners. Linda, you know, I think if I would have seen your presentation a year ago and looking at the traction that you had, I would have wondered how much upside there is, but I think you've clearly demonstrated and shown us and found out for yourself that there's tremendous upside. So good luck to you, and congratulations very much on doing good work this summer.
Awesome. Congratulations to everybody today, because you were all amazing. We are a little bit over time, so we're going to call this a wrap for CYstarters 2020. Thank you to everybody for your support. Continue to support these young entrepreneurs. They're offering you discounts and opportunities, mentoring opportunities, anything you can do to support them. And to the CYstarters 2020 group, welcome to the Alumni Network of CYstarters. Thank you all for coming today.